It's now my honor to invite Shri Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu, Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, to address us with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. So,
Honorable Secretary Civil Aviation Vualamji, Air Marshal DG Inspection and Safety Ranadeji, and DG Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau Yugandarji, and all the esteemed guests and officers that are present here for an important inaugural seminar that has been conducted for AIB. A pleasant morning to each and every one of you, and I warmly welcome to the seminar also. And as we gather here today, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to the AIIB for organizing this seminar on contribution of human factors in aircraft accidents and methods to eliminate. I think engaging in such discussions among stakeholders spanning flight operations, air navigation, maintenance, ground support, it all collectively brings us one step closer to identifying the root cause of incidents and also developing actionable recommendations to prevent further accidents. I believe ensuring continued safety of our skies is the foremost responsibility shared by all stakeholders that are present here. And let it be scheduled or non-scheduled operators, MRO companies, flight training organizations, DGCA, AI, AIB, BCAS, all, in fact the Air Force, everyone. I think it is a collective responsibility of all of us to ensure that the skies are safer and secure for the passengers who are traveling. And over the years, with the evolution of advanced technology and more reliable aircraft systems coming into play, we have seen that the primary cause of air accidents has shifted from mechanical faults to human errors. While technological advancements have greatly improved air safety, the complexities of human involvement in aviation have become a significant focus. Human factors, whether let it be in the cockpit or air traffic control or ground support operations, they all now play a pivotal role in aircraft safety. I would suggest that we collectively delve deeper into understanding these factors and also address them at every level of aviation process, identifying potential vulnerabilities and addressing them. As the third and one of the largest and fastest growing aviation markets in the world, India's rapid expansion makes it imperative that our safety measures keep pace with the remarkable growth that we have achieved under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji over the last 10 years. Like our Honorable Secretary Sir has been mentioning, the number of airports, which is an unimaginable number from 74 to 157 in the last 10 years. I believe no other country in the world would have achieved these many number of airports in just 10 years span of time. And with that kind of growth that the country is seeing, and the number of fleet in the last 10 years has almost doubled from 400 to 800. And the number of orders that we still have as a country are up to the tune of 1200. So imagine the number of aircrafts that are coming to the country and adding to our fleet. So with this size, the capacity of the civil aviation growing at such rapid pace, it is very important for us to look at safety as a much important factor in the coming days. And this momentum that we see right now, it is only going to advance and it's only going to move forward. Like the way we have seen it double, we are envisioning India to have 200, 300 more airports in the coming 20-25 years. So it is very much important for us to keep a track on the safety of the country. And I trust that India has achieved an impressive safety record in aviation, a testament to the rigorous standards and collaborative efforts across the industry. But the reports indicate a 10% increase in human error related incidents over the last decade, which already Yugandarji has mentioned. I think one of the reasons could be the pilot fatigue has also been a factor behind this. Approximately 25% of the incidents relating to this. Communication breakdowns have contributed to 20% of near-miss incidents in the Indian airspace. And DGCA safety audits reveal that human factors are one of the contributors to safety risks at present. So if we look at global numbers also, human error led to 80% of aviation incidents. Even though the number of incidents have reduced, the number of incidents because of the human error is considerably more within the number of accidents that are taking place. So over the past decade, of the 91 aircraft accidents investigated by AIB, a significant number of the accidents can be attributed to non-adherence to SOPs. And it could be by the cockpit crew, aircraft maintenance, aircraft controllers or other. These are some of the facts that we are just laying so that when we discuss in the seminar, we can dig deeper into the issues that are already there and the factual facts that are already present in front of us. So I urge all the stakeholders to prioritize continuous skilling, reskilling and upskilling of their workforce. Safety must remain our topmost priority, and a well-prepared workforce is the backbone of that commitment that we are going to give. Secondly, it is essential for us to address the psychological factors that impact performance and decision making. I remember one of the incidents I read at one point of time where a pilot had deliberately crashed into the Alps, I think in 2015, where one accident had happened. So it is important that these kind of incidents does not repeat themselves also. So there is a need to integrate advanced psychological research into the training programs for the professionals, especially pilots and ATC controllers. By utilizing advanced technologies, we have AI coming into picture these days, machine learning and data analytics, and combining this with psychological research, I think is going to help us in optimizing the behavior of the pilots and optimizing their performance also. The industry players need to come up with robust stress management programs, crew resource management program, and fatigue management solutions also. And it is not just on the operators, I think it is a collective effort that is required here, and much needs to be discussed on this so that there is a stress-free environment for each and everyone who is working in this aviation industry to ultimately ensure that there is a lot of focus on safety also. And that brings me to the aspect of aviation psychology, which is still quite new in a country like India. When we are talking about aviation psychology, we face a shortage of qualified aviation psychologists along with limited resources, limited courses and career awareness in this critical area. We have psychology, we have aviation, but specifically aviation psychology is something overall as an industry we need to thoroughly look into and make a lot of people come into that area and derive a lot of experience and expertise in that area also. And on top of that, there is a lack of formal programs and recognition of certifications which hamper the development of expertise and establishment of a strong foundation for aviation psychology in India. And this also, I think, will make it somewhat a priority in the future. So we'd request the industry partners also to come forward and explore this area of aviation psychology. The third aspect, which I feel is also the most crucial one, is to equip the manpower that we have of maintenance with right technical as well as cognitive skills. Aircraft servicing engineers are also here. The need to develop India's MRO sector, I think, is more and more pressing when we talk about safety, especially in the light of rising aircraft inventory in the country. We have talked about number of fleet coming into the country, and if you have the right amount of technical skill, the expertise to handle the MRO of all the aircraft components, especially the engines in the country itself, I think that will lead to much better addressing the technical problems that we are facing today in the MRO sector also. As modern aircraft become more technologically advanced, it is imperative that India's MRO infrastructure keeps pace with global standards. We should aim at having an error-proof maintenance system at the Indian hangars. And with greater onshore maintenance as well as manufacturing capabilities, infamous incidents like the 2019 when we saw the engine breakdown of a specific company, most of the flights got grounded. And imagine if such a situation happens and the Indian engineers, the Indian MRO players could have addressed the engine issue at that point of time, we wouldn't have faced a lot of aircraft sitting on the ground itself. So that is the requirement that Indian aviation today has to improve the MRO sector within itself, within the country itself. So when there is a problem related to the global aviation market, we can offer our own solutions from our own country itself. So these are some of the areas, some suggestions that I felt I should put forward through this seminar. And also some of the other areas could be aircraft accident investigations with focus on preventing further incidents. It could be to give adequate attention to near miss and the minor incidents as well. We tend to generally focus on the major accidents or the major incidents, but just to get a feel about what direction this whole accident area is going forward. So I think it is important for us to look at the minor incidents as well. These occurrences often provide us with invaluable insights into potential vulnerabilities and operational shortcomings, serving as early warnings for some serious events. In the past decade, a total of 32 near-miss occurrences were classified as serious incidents by AIB. Many of these serious incidents resulted from non-adherence to SOPs. These are the highest ones. And additionally, lapses by cockpit crews, including maintaining excessive rates of climb or descent, have also played a role in these occurrences. Identifying and addressing the root causes of these incidents is crucial for enhancing overall aviation safety. Another area of concern is the flight operations at FTOs. I think we also had one discussion from the ministry side with the FTOs. In recent times, we have noticed some of the incidents happening at the FTOs are also a point of concern for us. So, FTOs, which are serving as the breeding ground for the country's civil aviation sector, they need to shape they are shaping the future of India's aviation sector. So, it is crucial that these institutions prioritize safety and security in every aspect of their training, not only for the pilots but also for maintenance and on-ground teams. These professionals represent the next generation of aviation experts, and their preparedness reflects the nation's commitment to a safe and secure aviation ecosystem. So when we are talking about safety, even if the FTOs are not in the mainstream and not operating the big planes, not carrying the passengers, but they are the important breeding grounds. They are the manufacturers of the pilots. They are generating the pilots for the country. So it is important the safety aspect is looked upon thoroughly at the FTOs itself. So these are some of the suggestions that I want to put forward, and I would like to appreciate AIB for taking lead and having this conference, very important one that I believe. And I would like to propose from my side that AIB carries out this kind of seminar every year, takes out one important aspects and calls in all the people, all the stakeholders from the industry, and thoroughly discusses on some of the important aspects so that we can collectively move forward and address some of the serious concerns the industry is facing. And it also reminds me of another important event that just concluded, which was the second Asia Pacific Ministerial Conference, which India had the honor of hosting. And it was a very successful event. And through this forum, I would like to congratulate our secretary and the officers at the ministry who have done a wonderful job in hosting. And in fact, all the countries who have participated in that have appreciated the progress India has achieved in the civil aviation sector. And they wanted to collaborate with India. They wanted to know how India was moving forward. They wanted to understand, in fact, when it comes to aircraft safety also, they had so much exchange of ideas that they had with India. So it was a very successful conference that we had. So we can collectively build on the success also and move forward in ensuring a safer skies for the country. And once again, my heartfelt thanks to AIB and especially Yugandhar Garu also, who's leading it fantastically well. And for just over a decade, I think it was established 10 years back, AIB. I think 10 years, we have achieved a lot of success in this AIB, and we have a long road to go forward with a lot of growth happening in this sector. So I feel that today, this platform is a great platform for all of us to come together and discuss some of the important issues, and especially when it comes to accidents, the role of human factors. So I wish each and everyone the very best for the coming 3 seminars also. There are 3 different seminars happening today, and I wish that some important discussions happen here and valuable suggestions come out so that the ministry also can take some collaborative steps forward to ensure that the safety and security when it comes to air travel is not compromised, and we are building up on it, and India stands as a beacon in this sector for the whole world itself. So sincerely thank all the participants, all the stakeholders, all the esteemed guests that are present here for this seminar, and once again thank you from the bottom of my heart, and thank you for inviting me. I'm very honored to be present here, and I'm looking forward to more conferences from AIB in the future also. Thank you very much.